This week's show is sponsored by Poshmark, the simple and fun way to buy and sell fashion. I am totally redoing my closet. I'm building it all over. So I just got rid of everything in it. I'm taking away all my clothes that I don't wear anymore, and I'm only keeping the things that I love or that I wear all the time, and hopefully brand new clothes. So in a minute I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful makeup organizer to go in my brand new closet. But first I want to take a minute to tell you about Poshmark. Poshmark is the easiest way to sell items from your closet, and the best way to get beautiful brand name clothes, shoes, purses, items from your favorite designer like Louis Vuitton or Coach, and you get everything like 70% off. And it is so easy to sell on Poshmark. All you have to do is download the app. If you have items to sell, just take a picture of the item, write in a description, set a price, and post it. You can share it with whoever. As soon as you post it, you'll get hundreds of views right away. Anyway, I want to tell you about the sale that I'm having. Like I said, I'm getting rid of everything. So I have all my dresses on sale for $10. This Ann Taylor sundress, $10. This off-the-shoulder sequins cocktail dress, silky blue Alexa Nikes, even this black Calvin Klein dress. I got this for $90, just $10. Plus, that's not all. All my blouses, $5. This is a Michael Kors leopard print, $5. All the blouses, $5. Plus, I'm going to have so much more after I go through all the clothes on there, and everything's going to be $5. All the blouses, dresses, $10. I might even drop it to $3 for blouses. We'll see. But there are thousands of brand names to choose from. And there's home goods too. I have some home items. You could really find some nice home decor pieces too. Click on the link below to get your free Poshmark app to start selling and saving. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how I'm making beautiful things from my closet as I clean it up. Today I'm showing you how to make this beautiful piece to hold all your makeup, and I'll show you how to make it rotate. To create my makeup organizer, from Dollar Tree I picked up two 10.5-inch clear glass plates, one 7-inch clear glass plate, two 7.75-inch glass cutting boards, two 7.5-inch cut decorative glass plates, two mini glass prep bowls, these come 4 in a pack, one Yucatan Margarita glass, and I found these really nice Mercury glass candle holders at Dollar Tree. These are 3 1/4 by 2 3/4 inch, and I'm using 7 of these. I'm also using a grip pad and diamond wrap ribbon. To put all the pieces together, I'm using Gorilla Clear Grip glue and the hot glue gun with Gorilla Glue sticks. Okay, so let's start off by making a rotating base for my makeup stand. I normally use 2 round baking pans, but since this is going to be all glass, I want to try something different. I'm using 2 small glass plates, and I'm putting one on top of the other, and depending on how it's made, if you hold the bottom one in place, the top will rotate smoothly around above it. I found this decorative plate works really well. I think the trick is to have a little space in between the two at the bottom. The 2 smooth clear plates didn't work as well, so you want to test this out before you use it. Now, since I want the bottom plate to stay in place without slipping or moving, while the top piece moves freely inside it, I'm going to attach a piece of grip pad underneath the bottom plate so that it'll stay in place. I used Gorilla Clear Grip glue to attach this. So I'm going to set this aside to dry while I put the other pieces together. Now to the other small glass plate, I want to attach a large plate. So I'm turning a large glass plate upside down, and I'm going to put some Gorilla Clear Glue around the bottom base of it. And I'm going to center and attach the top part of my rotating base to the bottom part of the plate. With all of these pieces, we want to make sure everything is perfectly centered. Then we're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes and carefully turn it over. Now this large glass has a slightly curved shape, and I want to be able to sit my glass containers flat on it. So I'm using this flat round glass cutting board. I'm gluing this to the center of the larger plate with the feet side down. Again, adjust this to make sure it's centered all the way around. Now I made a bit of a mess with the glue on the outside of this plate, so the best way to clean that is to get a little glass cleaner on paper towel and just wipe around the edges until the excess glue comes up. But be careful to make sure the piece stays centered. Next, I want to attach my Margarita glass. I already marked the center for this, so I'm going to attach this right side up, centered on the flat plate. Ideally, you want to wait 5 minutes in between each piece and make sure every piece is perfectly centered. Next, I'm attaching a second large plate, then the mini prep bowl right side up. Next, a smooth 7-inch plate. On top of that small plate, I'm placing another flat glass cutting board. And then another mini prep bowl, this time bottom side up. And for the very last piece, I'm centering and gluing one of the Mercury glasses right at the top. Now I'm going to set that aside and let it continue to dry while I put my makeup containers together. I'm going to use these Mercury glasses as compartment containers for my different pieces of makeup. For my new closet, I bought a silver and crystal chandelier. So I want to bling these containers out a bit to match the glam closet I'm working on. I'm cutting 2 strands of diamond wrap from this ribbon and gluing it right below the lip of this glass. I'm using a hot glue gun for this with Gorilla Glue sticks. Use the Gorilla Glue sticks because you're going to be handling this, and the Gorilla Glue sticks will hold better. Since I added the flat plate to my tiered stand, the bottom level can hold a lot of containers. So I made 6 of these. And I'm not gluing any of these glass containers at the bottom down because I want to be able to take them out and move them closer to me as I need to. And now that my tiered glass piece is completely dry, I can take the whole unit and sit it on top of my rotating dish. And you want to make sure that the bottom dish that's attached to the unit sits directly inside and is lined up with the dish that's on the table. The weight of the unit will help keep the 2 pieces together. And since I have the grip pad on the bottom dish, that dish will stay in place while the top unit will move freely around. And this works really well. I'm really happy with it. It has a smooth movement. It's not going to spin out of control or move without you touching it. But do remember when you have to move the whole unit that the bottom piece is not attached. So be mindful when you're picking this up that these are 2 separate pieces. I also added a couple of strands of diamond wrap at the top piece and around the seams and some of the edges to add a little sparkle and help tie everything together. This turned out to be a very functional, lovely, and glam piece for less than $15 worth of material. Plus, my rotation mechanics was very simple, but it works perfectly and it's very smooth. Now let's fill this up with some makeup. Now I have containers for my brushes, my lipsticks, mascara, eyeliners. I even have extra containers for eyebrow and nail grooming supplies. On the second tier, I can slide in flat pieces like eyeshadows, blush, powders, and foundations. The top container can hold swabs and cotton balls, and on the top tier there's lots of room for nail polish. I can't wait to use this in my new dream closet. It's almost done, so stay tuned and see how that turns out. Oh, and don't forget to check out my Poshmark closet to take advantage of my closet sale, as well as great prices on thousands of brand names. Like, subscribe, and support, and follow me at Your Hustle Home and Your Hustle Home TV for daily home, food, and gardening tips.